Hello and welcome to From the Museum. In this video, we're going to take a look at two kind of obscure Marshall amps. We have the Mercury, the 2060, and the Capri. You don't see many of these around, do you, Steve? They're kind of an unusual amp, not really the iconic Marshalls that we think of.
Not really. Well, they came from like spare parts that were left over, and they were like projects that were not waste products, but sort of products that were like sort of, you know, left over from other projects, and they weren't really made for the shops. I believe these were made for catalogues. Right. So if they weren't sold in the shops initially, then you're not going to see many around anywhere, and it depends how many people bought them out of the catalogues. Or very obviously meant for home use. Yeah. Or you know, somewhere where you wouldn't need the volume of a typical Marshall. Yeah. But they're still quite respected little amps. They still get talked about a lot. They do, yeah. You see a lot of collectors sort of buying these up, don't you? Yeah. And they're pretty cool to look at. Yeah. I mean, the Mercury has got a solid state preamp and a valve power amp, so it's hybrid in terms of that, whereas the Capri has the all valve. Okay. But very low wattage, so you're not going to get a lot of headroom out of these. But you know, you wouldn't need the headroom where you would typically play them. So because of the size and the wattage, these are EL84 based, aren't they? Yeah, I mean the most you can get out of one EL84 is probably about 12 watts. Okay. 12 watts, but that's if you max it. But it's, like I say, you don't have to get the maximum power out of a valve. Yeah. You know. And I think the Capri's got, what, 2x8, but those three versions. Right, there's a 1x10, a 1x8, and this is the 2x8 version. Yep, that's right. And this is a 1x12. That's a 112. So timeline then, which one of these came out first? Was it the Capri? The Capri, okay, yeah, so late 60s? Late 60s. Okay. And then the Mercury, early 70s. Okay. A long time ago, but like I say, I believe they were catalogue only. Okay. Hence why you don't see too many of them. It would have just literally been, you know, to get a sound out of them. They would have, I think, used a signal path that would have been as Marshall as there possibly could have been. But, you know, it wouldn't be a typical, oh, that's a Marshall, way, you know. But they're okay. You know, you can make them work. A lot of companies were doing, like, you know, home practice amps because not everybody gigged. You know, a lot of people just played for their own pleasure at home. So, you know, Marshall, like anybody else, would have said, well, let's cater for that market. I mean, you would never see these on a stage, or I've never seen any of them on a stage for a major artist. It wouldn't have been for that at all, you know. Certainly for home use, or maybe it's recording, you know, where you don't need, it doesn't matter what the volume is, you know.